Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about in-home grocery delivery on Doordash. Doordash has been known to make more than one appalling pilot program more than once. This time I think customers and drivers alike are going to hate this one. So in this video we are talking about everything you must know about the in-home grocery delivery program on Doordash, what they tell you versus how it actually is, and everything in between. But before we do that, let's go over a quick disclaimer. The content of this video does not contain is never intended to be legal, business, financial, tax, or health advice of any kind. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is advised that you conduct your own research and consult qualified professionals before applying anything you find online. Also, I want to be clear that everything that we're going to be going over in this video is very market dependent, and what applies to me in my market may not apply to you. So with that said, let's get started. First, let's acknowledge the bigger side of this email. They've emailed this to us, but there is no help page on it. So they either want to push it without the negative backlash, or they are just being shady in general. So where did I have to find this information? Reddit. In-home grocery delivery. We're excited to announce new ways to earn while dashing in your area. We'll be offering in-home drop-off for certain grocery orders. How does it work? You will know if you are being offered an in-home grocery delivery based on the accept screen, which will mention in-home delivery required. When you arrive at the customer's home to drop off the order, please review the drop-off instructions and make contact with the customer. Please wait for the customer's invitation to enter their home and ask them where they would like you to drop their order. Okay, this might actually be a hot take on my part. I've done this already before and they never paid me for it. So this isn't really all that new to me. No, but real talk for a second. In my area specifically, there are a lot of older people who genuinely need the help to get it in the door. So I'll put it on the counter for them and then I'll do the contactless delivery from there. It's not the most ideal, but there are times when I need to do that. Sometimes you do that with alcohol delivery. I'll deliver it to the customer, I'll drop it off, and sometimes they'll even ask me to pop one of them open for them. That said, I wouldn't do that for every customer. I know that there are some areas that are sketchy in every way. So I think they should definitely be vetting the certain type of customers for that, but either way. I could also imagine people doing this and then they're not being paid extra. They're being paid for contactless delivery, but they were there and they were asked to come inside. And those people already were doing that, so they're avoiding the extra charge for it that way. So I wonder if they're going to charge customers extra for doing that. Once you have placed their order in their desired location, you will be prompted in the Dasher app to take an additional photo of the groceries for an additional $3 per order. Refrain from capturing personally identifiable information such as photos of their face while taking a photo of the groceries. The experience will be similar to completing large order deliveries. Note, your acceptance rate will not be impacted if you reject an in-home delivery order. You will see a screen that indicates your acceptance rate will go down if you reject the order. You can ignore that. I guarantee you it's going to affect the acceptance rate. I guarantee you they didn't fix that specifically so they can mislead you and punish you for not adhering to their new policies. Either way, an extra $3 per order isn't bad, but also factor that into whatever your standard is. If your standard is $10 per order and you see a $10 order, if the customer is asking you to do that and you're not being paid the extra $3, you can feel free to not actually provide that. I would expect it to hit your ratings regardless, but if they are charging the customer for in-home delivery, you should absolutely make sure that that $3 ends up hitting your account. You do not need to help the customer unpack their groceries. If the customer is unavailable to you after you have attempted to call and text them, process through the I can't complete setup process and click I can't reach the customer. If you do not feel comfortable entering the customer's home or feel unsafe for any reason, you can leave the groceries at the front door after going through the I cannot complete the setup process. Per merchant guidelines, please do not ask to use the customer's restroom. Okay, that last point, don't ever ask to use the customer's restroom for any reason. I don't care what the stupid reason is. The only exception to that rule is if you're delivering to a business specifically, then okay, they have a public restroom. You can ask where it is and use it, but that's not even the same thing. Also, this is great that this is how it works, but then there's also the other question of if the customer goes to you and you complete the order, right? Do you not get the $3 if they ghost you? The value of the order goes down because the customer is a piece of crap. That's horrible. Who is eligible to complete in-home drop-off deliveries? This opportunity is only available in select locations at this time and exclusively for Dashers who are part of the DoorDash's large order program. Tell me you're trying to make up for the catering orders not being on your platform as much anymore without telling me. Now, there is the walkthrough of the subject. I will leave the link to this Reddit post in the description. Feel free to check it out. I'm actually more curious to see what other people are saying about it. Honestly, at this point, the customer should be more appalled by this. Why would they want complete strangers in their home? There's some hills have eyes looking motherfuckers out there delivering DD. Because some people are just not capable physically. Like, it's not even about the Dasher specifically. It's about them not actually having the capacity to come to the door and then bring it inside and come to the door and bring it inside and come to the door and bring it inside. So having a driver putting it on the counter for them is actually kind of normal. In fact, that was actually normal for a really long time for a lot of drivers and a lot of grocery delivery industries. In fact, when Peapod was still a thing with Stop and Shop, that's one of the things they did. They actually put everything on the counter for us. There's no effing way I'm doing this. That's just asking for being graped or worse. I'm sure that there's going to be drivers that are uncomfortable doing that. If your AR won't be affected if you decline, if you've seen something that says it will, just ignore it. Okay, DoorDash. Yeah, that's my vibe with this. Like, that is the most misleading thing. They're definitely going to have it affect your AR. In fact, if this pilot program is in your market, let me know in the comments. Sounds like some Karens wanting me to put the groceries away for them. How is handed to me not enough? Very good question. And I definitely see that being the case. Like, some customers getting all uppity because we didn't put things in the fridge and the cabinets for them, even though we have no idea how they would want it set up. Like, seriously. What next? Are we gonna have to make food for them too? Remember the guy that was dismembered delivering food and he wasn't even inside the house? Exactly, and this was a guy. Imagine being a smallish woman. No way I am doing this. I don't think a lot of people get that delivery driving is actually a very dangerous job. The US Census Bureau actually said it is more dangerous to drive for DoorDash than law enforcement and construction. How crazy is that? You would think with that they'd actually pay us more, but no, we're just expendable instead. Either way, I really don't have a whole lot to say that hasn't already been said at this point. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Let's make sure that we get as many perspectives as possible on this, so that way you can make the most amount of money in the least amount of time in the safest possible way. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.